What's up, guys? What's going on? This is your boy Chris coming to you with another video. In this video, we're going to be learning how to install the ELS add-on Georgia State Patrol Pack. Big shout out to Master Chief for his amazing work at making these nice looking cars. I don't like the Georgia State Patrol much. I'm not crazy about them. A little fun fact about me that you may laugh about is I used to be with the Georgia State Patrol a long time ago. I was a cadet trying to go to trooper school, and long story short, I got kicked out of their cadet program. I was getting paid as a state employee because I was in the middle of the hiring process, and at that point, I had already passed their PT test, which was easy as hell. All I had to do was like run a mile and a half in like 14 something minutes. So, and then you had to do 21 push-ups, a certain amount of sit-ups, and that was pretty much the PT test. But I didn't pass that. I passed the polygraph, which, not to mention, that's something that a lot of people on average can't even pass. Because a lot of people can't sit still for 4 seconds. I stood still for almost 4 hours straight with very little, no break at all. So I passed the PT, the polygraph, the background investigation, the first interview, and they were like, "Okay, cool. Maybe we could have a guy like him on our team." I got hired. I started fucking up almost because what's really cool is when I was a cadet at that time, they had free dorms, so I get to live on. So I actually stayed on post. So that was pretty cool. They had dorms, they had free dorms. It wasn't 5 star, but it was definitely a livable condition. So I was living on post, and I think that was a really cool idea. So my grandma wouldn't have to keep driving me to Atlanta every day I worked. I could actually live on post. So that was pretty cool. But I was a troublemaker, and one day I posted something that was against the Georgia State Patrol's social media policy, and I got kicked out. And that was, yeah, that was that. But we're gonna be ever since then. Anytime I've seen a Georgia State Patrol vehicle, I'll be like, hell no. But this vehicle pack is what we're going to be installing. I'm also trying to do an EUP, so hopefully I can make a future video on actually me being a trooper, a GSP trooper on lspdfr. So yeah, we're going to be installing this Georgia State Patrol pack. It's an add-on. So what we're going to do, I already have it downloaded. So the first thing, and like I said, y'all, doing add-ons is very easy. If y'all hit me up, I know how to do add-ons, replacements. I know how to convert 5M EUPs to single play EUPs. For you to do that, you need an EUP converter. If there's anything that you want into single play that you want converted to single play use for 5M, hit me up. I know how to do it. It's very easy and simple. It's not rocket science. You need an EUP converter to do it. I have videos in my YouTube channel on how to install 5M EUPs to single play using the EUP converter. I also know how to make cars. If there's a car you want, if there's a car you want to learn how to make, I know how to make cars on Z Modeler. I'm still learning. I have my own vehicle I made. If we go into the game later on, I'll show you the vehicle that I made. But if I don't get to that, it's like a pinkish purplish car. I feel like the reason it's pinkish purplish is because the vehicle has no texture to it. But the vehicle I made has no texture to it, but it looks pretty decent for the most part. It has some scratches and bruises that I don't know how to fix on Z Modeler. But anyway, back to the point. Once you download the GSP file, you want to click on 17-22 GSP. I guess the 17-22 means the year of the vehicle. It's a 2017 all the way up to the 2022. I don't know. I had this vehicle pack before. So you want to download. So after you're finished, my grammar is incorrect now. After you finish downloading, you're gonna double click on GSP, and then you're gonna double click on GSP Charger Pack. You'll know it's an add-on for single play because when you click on that, it'll say DLC.rpf. Here's a little advice: anytime you're trying to install something, You could tell if it's an add-on for single play because when you click on the folder, it'll say dlc.rpf. If it says dlc.rpf, guess what? It's an add-on for single play. So what you're gonna need is open4. Let me go all the way back to the beginning so I could walk you through it. Excuse me. You're gonna make sure your edit mode button is on, y'all. Make sure that edit mode button is on. You double click on mods, double click on update, double click on time 64, and you're gonna double click on DLC packs, and this is where you're gonna drop that GSB charger pack. You're gonna go all the way down to the bottom, drag and drop it right here. It'll be in the bottom at first, but once you refresh it, because I believe it goes by alphabetical order. So once you go back to it again, it'll be somewhere in the top under the G section. So once you have that in your DLC packs, you're gonna click the back arrow. Click back at it again. Then you're gonna go to update the RPF. And also, if it has a README, go to the README because 9 out of 10 they'll have a line like this. You want to look at the, and if it doesn't have a README, let's say if you download an add-on and you put it on your DLC packs, but it don't have a README, or I have a README but it don't have a paste this. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna go to Common Data, go to DLC list XML, right click, go to Edit, left click. You want to go all the way down to the last line. Go all the way down to the last line. You want to highlight the last line, right click, then click on copy. Go back to the last area on the last line. Click enter. It will take you to the next line. Control V. And then where it says Liberty Pack or whatever it says, you want to backspace all the way up to between these two lines right here. So you want to hit backspace until it's like this. I'm gonna go to GSB charger pack, click on it again so it can highlight, right click, hit copy, and go back here, right click and hit paste. And then save. And just like that, your vehicle is in the game as an add-on. And for you to have an add-on, you're gonna need Simple Trainer. What is Simple Trainer? Simple Trainer, basically it spawns in your add-ons. So you're gonna need Simple Trainer as well. Because if you don't have Simple Trainer, unless there's another way to do it, but I always spawn in my add-ons through Simple Trainer. So last thing we want to do is we want to install our ELS, which obviously makes our lights work. So what you want to do is you want to minus out open4. You minus out in case we have to go back in and change anything, which we don't. You want to find your directory. For me, it's already posted on quick access, but for Epic Games, I'm also going to show you how to do this for Steam users. You're going to go to this PC, Windows C, Program Files is where you find your directory for Epic Games. Program Files times 86 is where you find your directory for Steam users. You're going to go to Program Files times 86, Steam, and then follow through the prompts and you should get there accordingly. But for Epic Games users, you're going to go to Program Files, Epic Games, and you want to have GTA 5, and that's going to be your directory. The reason why I have two directories is because a copy version is my backups folder. And I preach this all the time when dealing with not just add-ons but just in general. When dealing with modding, you always want to make sure that you create a backups folder. That's so your game corrupts. If you have trouble, problems, issues, or whatever the case, you can always go back to your backups folder, so you ain't gotta start from scratch. So you're gonna go to GTA 5. I'm gonna go to your ELS folder. This is where this is the process to make your lights work. Pack default. Go all the way down, and you want to scroll to the right. Well, scroll to the left, and we'll click on the we're going to double click on ELS VCF. Control A, so it highlights everything in the folder. Drag and drop it right here, and then you want to refresh it. Just like that, your vehicle is in the game as an add-on. Just like that, your ELS should work accordingly, and just like that, everything should work as prompted. So we're gonna jump into the game and I'm gonna show you the charger. It's pretty simple, y'all. It is not rocket science at all. I hate. I'm a dumb person and I know how to work around a lot of things. But I remember when I was in your shoes at one point where I didn't know how to do nothing at all on lspdfr. Like I was just completely brand new to everything. I was asking for help every few seconds. I wanted to know how to do certain stuff. But now I know how to do a lot of things with help from YouTube, and we're learning how to do things by myself. So I came from not knowing how to do nothing at all to now know how to do a lot of things. And I'm still learning, y'all. You can never stop learning. So we're going to go into the game and I will see you in the game. If you want to, you can go ahead and skip to when I'm in the game. But I'm going to go to my Rage plugin hook and we're going to launch the game. Like I said, if y'all want to, y'all can skip to when I'm already in the game. It's up to y'all. I'm just going to be running my mouth and yapping for the most part. And also, when we get into the game, I want to check and see because I had a GSP vest. I want to see if it's in my EUP. It may not be, but I just want to check to see, and then we're going to go into the cars. So another thing to keep in mind if you're watching till I get to in the game, you want to make sure you have uh what is it? You want to make sure you have uh yeah, you want to make sure you have game config. You want to make sure you have things along that nature because if you don't have certain stuff your game is going to crash when you're trying to install add-ons, and there's plenty of videos out there on how to download the required files you need so your add-ons could work accordingly with no problems or issues at all. There goes Franklin. Alrighty, so we are going into the game. I'm expecting for it to have no crashes or anything. And then also you're going to see the game freeze for a second. It does that when you're trying to load in your plugins and your uh I'm want to do my plugins and we're going to force duty where we are. Hopefully we spawn at a police station. Alrighty. So we're going to go to an open area. And like I said, for you to spawn your cars, I don't know if there's another way to do it, but for me personally, I spawn my add-ons through Simple Trainer. So to activate Simple Trainer, you want to click F3, but we're not going to do that just yet. Because again,
opportunity,
again, I have
it's what we
to
all want.
load in my plugins. Little plugins, tab, enter. Like I said, y'all, doing add-ons is so freaking simple. I'm dumb as heck, y'all. I'm sorry to speak that over me, but I'm crazy dumb, but I know how to do a lot of things with lspdfr. I know, depending on what it is, I know how to convert a lot of things from a 5M to a single play. Launcher Leaks is a great website. It's just like lspdfr, but the big difference is a lot of what's on Launcher Leaks is 5M, but you get to convert a lot of what's on Launcher Leaks from 5M to single play. I don't know how many times I said the same thing, but okay. Alright, now we're going to force duty in a second. Once it's done unfreezing. Force, there goes my plugins that's loading in. We're going to force duty. And then at this time, I want to look at my EUP menu for a second, and then we're going to spawn in these add-ons. these GSP chargers, so I can show you it works. Alrighty, so I'm gonna click the G button. Hold on. Click the G button real quick. Alright, hit F11. Exit out this. That's nothing but my freaking Spotlight plugin. Alrighty, we're gonna go to wardrobe. Let me wait till all my plugins load in so I can see the menu.
People are saying someone inside has a seizure. Fire said they're unable to confirm.
Alright, so we're gonna go to create outfit real quick.
Right.
And under
6950
armor, I want to
Boulevard,
see.
red flannel over blue jeans, well white.
Yep.
I want to see. I want to see something real quick. It may not work, to be honest. It may not actually work. We're already at 45, and I don't see my GSP vest. I don't know what kind of vest this is. Yep, just like that. It's not in the game. Alright, so I don't know why my vests are not in the game. It's kind of weird. Let me check one more time. But I already know it's not in the game because I just checked. I don't know why my rate.
Can you put me from like call down, please?
Alright. Alright, fuck that. But while we're in it, I'm going to show you my EUP uniform, my EUP loadouts. This is the San Andreas Highway Patrol K9 version.
CSL 55, I copy your 909, I'll start with Edward
State
34.
Trooper shirt uniform. And then now we're rolling with LSPD. Pretty dope, pretty dope. Alright, now we want to go back to San Andreas Highway Patrol. Now we're going to show you the add-ons
14, I'm
that
going to
we
start
put in
you
the game.
with
So we're going to
Bravo
click
32
F3.
on the 273 at 1691 West
Click
North Camino
F3.
Avenue. And Sam
You
1,
want to
be
go to
advised that we
vehicle
got an additional
spawning.
call. It sounds like a
Then you want to go
415 in
to
the
added
background.
vehicle menu. Wait, before we even do that, let me put this to daytime. Time, noon. So that we could actually see the vehicle. Vehicle spawning, added vehicle menu. Now we gotta look for our. Now we gotta look for our charger. That's the hard part. I got so many cars in here.
63 Boyd 2. Third caller advising the subject is now laying down, no shirt, 8240 Calvine Road.
Okay, it's right here. Alright, this is the first vehicle. This is the ghosted version of the Dodge Charger or GSP. Man, he was hollering at us. If I'm not,
Pardon me, wrong channel.
if I wasn't doing nothing, I would stop him.
Copy.
So this is the first vehicle. We're gonna get out of our car
Bravo 18, I copy your message.
and we're gonna take a look
Bravo
at.
32, you can code for it.
It's completely ghosted out. I really like the Charger.
Then he has returned.
I don't like GSP, but I like their Chargers, their vehicles. Now, I heard they're running Porsches now.
We're already here, so we'll stay on it.
Then we're gonna look at another vehicle. This is the Nighthawks.
Copy.
This is the Nighthawks. And then here's the next vehicle. This is a slick top.
Axel.
Copy. And 7271, I updated the
And
night
then the
silence
last
on.
vehicle, which is 883. I wonder what my badge number would have been if I would have made it through. I would have made it through trooper school in real life. But yeah, these are basically the.
Yeah.
These are the
Mile
cars,
marker
man.
5.5.
If you like this video, or if this video helped you out, make sure you hit
385 on
that
the floor.
subscribe button for more content. Hit that, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. As always, God bless you, God bless America, God bless the modding community that makes modding possible in lspdfr. And big shout out to, I feel like his name was Chief something, the one that made this GSP pack.
Please,
Alright, peace out,
sending
y'all.
952